look at those eyes.
Fantastic.
Archimedes. I don't know if viewers can get a perspective on how large this bird is. How much does he weigh, Ginger?
He weighs about 18 pounds.
It's very large, beautiful.
And what type of bird is he?
He is a Eurasian eagle owl, and their distribution is Europe and Asia. And their coloration is different depending on what part. The European ones tend to be a little darker and larger, and the North African ones a little bit lighter.
And if you've been to medieval times, this bird has been there a lot, right?
He was featured on one of our Halloween shows.
Definitely appropriate for that time of year. Now, birds, it looks as though he can literally turn his head all the way around. But he can't.
No, he can't. Owls don't have very good peripheral vision, so in order to make up for that, they can swivel their heads about 270 degrees.
Yeah.
They also have 14 vertebrae in their necks.
Now, dispel the myth for us. I've heard this is not true, that owls are very wise. I've heard that they're just pretty much average. Is that right, as far as intelligence? Or
What do you think, Archimedes?
Of all your birds, which ones that you work with, because this is a working bird, is your smartest working bird? Is it
Falcon.
Archimedes?
Falcon and eagle.
Really?
Falcon and eagle. Well, parrots are smart too. No, Archimedes is not the smartest, or maybe he is.
He says, I don't feel like working for you.
There's something really interesting about owls that I'd like to say, and that is people think owls hunt at night because they are nocturnal because their eyesight is so acute. They do have very excellent eyesight, but that's not why they're so successful at hunting in the evening. And there have been some experiments done where they put an owl in a very large barn, and they used several owls to make sure that the experiment was true. And they blindfolded the owls and set a little field mouse down. Each time the owl got the field mouse.
Really?
Then they tried the experiment by plugging up their ears, and the owls missed. Owls do something called triangulation, and their auditory canals, they don't have ears per se, but they have holes under the feathers. Their auditory canals are asymmetrically placed, and they're different sizes and shapes. And so the sound doesn't get to both ears at the same time or the same intensity. And when it does, the cross where it is,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
explaining? That's triangulation.
Where it intersects.
That's dead on where the prey is.
Yeah.
And to make up for any little margin of error, I don't know if you can see how big his feet are, but the talons will span
I can make up for anything I wasn't exactly right
anything
on.
that he couldn't see.
Those are great talons.
And also, the
tufts.
oral disc here, these feathers are also used like parabolic discs, and they can move them around with their muscles to help funnel the sound into the auditory canals.
His eyes are beautiful burnt orange, and I've seen other owls that this is not true. Is this common or not? The color of the eyes?
For this species, it is.
It is. Okay.
Now, a bird like this, if you're out in the wild and you're in the middle of the evening, you're walking around through a field, what are the chances of being attacked by an owl? It's going to think that you're a field mouse because it's triangulating. It's not really seeing you. It's a dark night, no moon.
No, and they're not going to attack you. They have very excellent hearing. For example, they can hear at 20,000 cycles per second. Now, just to show you what that means, a human can only hear at 8,500 cycles a second. So at that kind of acuity, I think they can make
They're
the
not gonna
difference out
attack you.
between a
Right.
human and a mouse.
Ginger
Thank you,
Licot,
Rabbit.
unfortunately we are out of time, but this has been delightful. Thank you for coming in and sharing your expertise and your beautiful animals with us.
Did you want to share one on your lap?
I would love to, real quick, as we leave
Maybe
everyone, I would
you
love
can
to.
just sort of pet him because his
Okay.
talons are
Thank
quite
you for
large.
watching OCN Online today. We have a lot more Orange County news straight ahead. Stick with us.